Happy 2016, everyone. It's me, JimClassic, for another episode of Geekin' It. Well, Christmas has come and gone. New Year's has come and gone. Star Wars The Force Awakens has been out for a couple of weeks now, and it looks like we've already made, over $1 billion in, which is great. And I say we, because as if I'm making any of this money, yeah. But Star Wars has made over $1 billion, which is fantastic. So, I suppose the only logical step for the next episode is to discuss Star Trek Beyond trailer. So, yeah, the third Star Trek movie of the new timeline. The trailer premiered during or before Star Wars The Force Awakens, which I guess to some nerds must have seemed really weird, considering that there's a Star Trek trailer right before Star Wars. I know I was pretty surprised. I didn't really see it coming, but there it was. And I mean, come on. Star Wars nerds and Star Trek nerds have kind of been a state of Cold War for decades. And to see this must have gotten some strange looks. I know I had some pretty strange looks. I was pretty surprised to see that right before seeing Star Wars The Force Awakens. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of funny, really. Oh, and by the way, I'm a dummy. I can't even believe I missed the obvious in my last video. Yes, I have a dog. He's right here. He won't stop crying, so I had to put him on my lap. Right, buddy? Right? Here, say hi to the internet. Say hi to the internet. There's hello. Hello, there you are. You look terrified. Okay, put you right back down. Alright. Otherwise, he'll be whining and crying the entire time. Anyway. So, yes, during my last video, I couldn't believe that I had missed the obvious with making the connection between, Star Trek, the current timeline, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. J.J. Abrams directed the first two Star Trek movies, and then he went on to direct, Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I can't believe I missed that. That's such a weird connection, but I'm a dummy, what can I say? I just forgot all about it, wasn't even thinking about it. I even referenced the Star Trek movie at some point in my last video, and just so there it is.
Is that music?
It's a good choice.
Hey, well played.
We got no ship. No crew. How are we gonna get out of this one?
We will find hope in the impossible.
Well, at least I won't die alone. Well, that's just typical. Let's hope this doesn't get messy.
This is where it begins, Captain. This is where the frontier pushes back.
What the hell is this?
I know why you're here. Why we are all here.
Okay, let's never do that again.
So yeah, after watching this trailer, I really think the film's title should be kind of changed to Star Trek Extreme! Because that's kind of what it feels like. I mean, this looks like a really high-octane Star Trek movie, and that's kind of weird hearing me say that. The only thing that this trailer needs to be even crazier would be if, fucking Spock and Batman were to come flying down from the sky, riding a dinosaur, and just shooting everything. Because I would kind of like to see that. even for the Star Trek movies in general, all three, or the first two reboot movies, do have a lot of energy. They're more focused on action than they are the original spirit of Star Trek, which was described as a wagon train to the stars. And I'm not getting a wagon train to the stars in the reboot series. It is definitely action, action, action! And less of the human element. I can totally agree with some fans how they think that the reboot series is a shadow of the previous Star Trek incarnations. But on the same level, I do enjoy them. It's clearly not the same, and it's not meant to be the same, but I do kind of enjoy them. What can I say? Oh, starting off with the Beastie Boys, huh? Okay, well, I mean, maybe James Kirk just likes classical music? Okay, well, it doesn't look like Scotty is on board the Enterprise. It looks like this is kind of like a Klingon ship, maybe. Maybe a reference to Star Trek 4? It must be somewhere, it must be written in the contract somewhere, that the Enterprise has got to be wrecked during each movie. Oh man, and judging by that, it looks like the ship just gets fucked up. I don't know, the ship is always getting trashed. I mean, in the first Star Trek reboot, it did kind of get its ass kicked, but it was still a force to be reckoned with. By Star Trek Into Darkness, it almost crashed, so it thoroughly got its ass handed to it, and in this one, I don't see the Enterprise coming back from this amount of damage. I mean, how old is the Enterprise at this point? 5, 6 years old? At least in the original timeline, you know, in Star Trek 3, when the Enterprise went crashing down into the Genesis planet, the ship had to have been at least 40 years old. I mean, the ship was clearly past its prime at that point, and it went, it went down when Kirk activated the self-destruction. But man, I mean, this Enterprise, it's still brand new, and they've already just. There's no way that ship can come back after that. They're gonna have to, build the Enterprise A at this point, and I don't know. Whatever. Okay, let's continue on.
At least I won't die alone. Well, that's just typical.
Okay, I kind of like that. Okay, so the Enterprise has crashed. The crew is marooned. Star Trek has kind of done this before. Maybe in a different order. Maybe not both at the same time, but okay. So it's a similar scenario that we have seen before. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like, the trailer is only going to reveal so much. But it looks like in Star Trek Beyond, it's going to be about the crew trying to get off this planet, which they have been marooned on. Maybe it was a trap, maybe they were set up. I'm assuming this is part of the 5-year mission, which, Kirk and crew are supposed to be on. Maybe this alien species is trying to attack the Federation. It looks like in a scene that these alien fighters are attacking San Francisco, which is the capital of the Federation. I mean, it does kind of feel pretty strange watching a Star Trek trailer and listening to the Beastie Boys. Not that I have anything against the Beastie Boys, but it's just a weird mesh of Star Trek and Beastie Boys. Because, with the trailers and with Star Trek in general, you're used to hearing the majestic anthems and everything. So, it's just, maybe it's a little off-putting, but maybe it's just a sign of the generation that we, of current times. I don't know. But, as I said before, I could kind of see, a younger James T. Kirk listening to that sort of music. And so I suppose in that regard, I just don't have a problem with it. But anyway, I guess, enough said about that. Star Trek Beyond. I am looking forward to seeing it. I hope it's going to be a fun movie. You know, we'll see what happens. Well, I'm JimClassic, and I'm... What the fuck?